Hey everyone, Baseball Algorithm Podcast time. I made a lot of changes to the algorithm, how the lineup factors calculated. I saw this algorithm not winning as many games as I thought it should over the last week or so. So I dug in, and here's what I did: is I went into the batter stats, and what I decided to do was, instead of counting just the total number of runs, hits, doubles, triples, homers, the total for the season, instead of doing that, I decided to divide the number by the number of games that the player has played to give an average per game. Now that we're deeper into the season, thought that might be a better way of calculating the quality of these players. And I think it helped a little bit when I ran it yesterday. So we're going to talk about the fact that I've done this, which is going to change our lineup factor that will show up here when we update this. It's going to change that. It's going to make it, I think, a little bit more reasonable for how players are playing now. All right. So yesterday was an okay day. It's a pretty okay day. I had a question about the TQ pivot sheet, which is the sheet that when you run the macro, you get all the results in. This thing needs to be in a certain order for it to work properly with the combo sheet. So if you go into the field list all the way down here, field list shows you the order of different things in this pivot table. You need it to look like this, with the result on top and then the combo number. And if you do that and you end up sorting by win-loss, descending by count, more sort options, you descending by count, or this one, the same thing, more sort options under more combo number, descending by count. And that will put this in the right order with the most wins on top with the combo and how it won on top. So what that means in short is that these combinations won 9 of the 14 games or something that there were yesterday, I think. Now I chose combo number 37, right? Combo number 37 won about 8 games, I believe. It's tough to find. I would just do it like this. Combo 37. See, there's all these different sub 37s on there. That one ended up winning 8 games. So it was pretty close to the best. The best one won 9 games, but that one won 8 games. So I'm going to keep going with that because you don't want to change the combination string every day. Sometimes there are some anomalies in what wins. So you want to go with a more standard number. So when I go back here, I keep number 37 up here in the matchup sheet because that's the combo we want to use. All right, so now that we've done that, let's go and grab some lineups because that's about all I'm going to do, and that'll give us an update for the day. We'll change the pitcher name, and we'll do the lineups. I'm grabbing the lineups from RotoWire, copying them, going into the lineup sheet, getting rid of the lineups from yesterday, pasting them to match destination formatting, and refreshing. Refresh one more time. Did it do that? I guess it did. So we look for any pitchers that have abbreviated names like Jordan Montgomery. We have to fix this. And I think that will be the last pitcher that needs that. Nobody has an error over here where the player names are, so everybody's name is in there correctly. And then we're going to go back to the matchup sheet. We need 15 games today. So we pull this down 4 rows, 1, 2, 3, 4. And that'll get us our 15th game. And we have a lineup factor for every team. There's no zeros here in this column for lineup factor, so that's good. But Carlos Rodon, something's up with Carlos Rodon and the Yankees. So I'm going to go look up that game. He has he's got no starts this year, and last year he played for San Francisco. So what we're going to do is we're going to make that correct, meaning last year's pitcher stats for Rodon have him on San Francisco. We need to move him to the Yankees by putting him on as the Yankees here. And we also then need to say that we're going to use his 2022 stats for this game by putting that right here under the pitcher stat here. And now we've got as good of a matchup as we can get. And then you refresh this. That was the look from yesterday, by the way. That's how it did yesterday after I reset the lineups. Baltimore crushed it. Texas blew a game late. Cubs blew a wish-washy game. Arizona got absolutely annihilated by the Mets. And Miami couldn't do it against St. Louis because other games won. And you had Toronto winning the doubleheader. It wasn't a terrible day yesterday. Cleveland won and covered. So today it's Boston over Oakland, Cincinnati over Milwaukee, Texas again, coming to Washington. And the rest of these games are lower margins, but it's these big three right here. Boston, Cincinnati, and Texas. And that's what it looks like. So that's the MLB algorithm update. If you want to purchase a copy, it's $69. You get this Excel file completely unlocked, ready to go. And you can use RotoWire and subscribe to RotoWire to get their baseball stats that you'll need to do team stats and make sure that you have everything you need for doing this. All right. Good luck, everybody. May all your picks be winning on Friday, July 7th.